Sup with it? Welcome back to the channel. We're back with the KTM. We're back to the swing arm that I didn't want to talk about in the last video that I went and royally f***ed up. So I went ahead and I purchased one of these swing arm medic chain adjuster kits. I was gonna try and just drill and tap that chain adjuster out that was stuck, and it just didn't work out. Let's take a look at what's in the kit. So this is your adjuster / self tapper. This is anti-seize, the supplied nuts, lock nuts to lock them down, and your extended drill bit to be able to reach into the swing arm. This one is a 23/64 high-speed steel drill bit. Here's what we're left with here. It's not really centered. I don't know, I think it would be fine if I just finished it off, but I need that thing centered. So how am I gonna center it? All right, guys, don't try this at home. This is probably not the smartest way. It's probably not the safest way. I might die. I'm not 100% sure right now. But this is what I'm working with right now. This is the setup I've got going on. Got my Harbor Freight motorcycle jack. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of 1-inch thick wood. The swing arm standing straight up and down. I've got the table on the drill press holding that. The stand pumped up into the table, clamped to the table with the base of the drill press. The drill press not even correctly mounted on its stand. It looks like it should work. I'm gonna give that a shot and see what the heck happens.
There will not be a single safety squint tonight.
Not with this.
Ooh, that looks pretty good actually.
That's a way better start.
Got some WD-40.
Well, I've been defeated. This kit right here, don't buy it. Got another tap set I had, and I broke the tap in there. So now I'm mad. So now I've got to wait again and order a Heli-Coil kit. I just did some research. I think it's an M8x50 that I need. I'm gonna have to double check that and do a little bit more research. For now, I'm gonna go unwind and I'll get back to it. What's up, guys? It's a new day. Let me get into what happened and what we're gonna do to try to fix it. So to start, this bolt medic kit. So the first one, see how the threads started rounding off? It wasn't cutting the threads, and it's supposed to be a tap. I was doing the WD-40, I was working it in and out with a wrench, nice and slow, keeping it well lubed, and I noticed that it started rounding the threads. It didn't feel like it was cutting, so I stopped. I was like, oh, maybe I did something wrong. So I went ahead and I grabbed the second, really rounded these out. So I went inside, I did some research on it. I found out that a lot of people are having the same problem that I had, where it started rounding out the threads before it even started cutting any threads. It never cut any threads. So the kit itself is just junk. Don't get it. That's my recommendation. Don't get that kit. Get the inserts. The inserts are the way to go. But after I did that, I went in my toolbox and I grabbed a tap drill that I got from Harbor Freight. It went all the way through, cut threads, but clearly you can see didn't make it out alive. So what am I gonna do to fix this? So then I ordered this cheap Heli-Coil set. It's a neat little kit. It comes with your drill, it comes with your tap, comes with your setter, comes with a little punch to break the little pin off the back of the Heli-Coil. So this is the route we're gonna go now, but I gotta get, I don't know if you can see down in there, but I gotta break that out somehow, or get it out, or drill it out, which drilling out taps is not easy to do because it's hardened steel. And hopefully this is it, because next step is a new swing arm, unfortunately. Got it. Oh, heck yeah. We got her. Then we're gonna put in that Heli-Coil. First step is drilling the hole and using a generous amount of lube. I use WD-40. I use a brass pipe cleaner to keep the hole clean of any debris. If you do not have a T-handle to hold your tap, you can use an 8mm socket. Again, ensuring you keep the hole good and lubed and clean of any debris. You want to keep a good amount of steady pressure as you're working the tap in. Don't force it. Work the tap in, go till it gets really tough, work the tap back out, clean the hole, and keep repeating the process. Oh yeah, boys. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna clean it out one more time, run the tap through as a cleanup pass, and then I'm gonna blow it out with air and get it all good and clean before I put the Heli-Coil in. We're gonna take some red stuck nuts. Why do we use stuck nuts? Because I support brands that support us. Lube this up a little bit on the outside, trying not to get it on the inside. Take our setter, and we're gonna put it in that there hole that we just tapped out. So this little nifty piece here keeps you from sending your Heli-Coil in too deep. So this will bottom out on the face here, so long as I have this set to the depth of the hole, which I do because I stuck my finger in the back and I pushed this through the hole till that touched, and then I put that on and I locked it down with that there Allen key. Dialed. So now, stuck nuts. Until you get her nice and straight. So what's gonna happen is when I reach the acquired depth, that's gonna happen. It's just that's gonna lose track of that pin that's in there. Wipe off the excess stuck nuts. Do not forget to grease or use anti-seize on these regularly so you don't have to do this, or somebody that buys your bike off of you doesn't have to deal with this. That's it for that debacle. Now I can finally start cleaning things up, which I'm not going to bore you with. The dirt bike made a kit with the taps that are supposed to replace the chain adjusted bolts. Throw that in the trash. Forget that freaking thing. I don't want no part of it no more. Use a Heli-Coil, use a kit with an insert. I haven't tried the kits with the insert, but I imagine they're way better than that pilot crap. So with that being said, I don't have the adjuster in here right now because of the red Loctite. I want that red Loctite to cure over 24 hours before I leave a bolt in it. So I'm just gonna let it sit in the garage. So if you're thinking about heli-coiling something, I hope this kind of makes it easy for you. It seems kind of intimidating at first, but it's not that big of a deal. I've actually got a heli-coil in the drain plug of the engine. That happened when I first bought it. Kid that I bought it off of stripped the hole, and my first oil change, I found that the drain plug on the case was stripped. The plug itself was fine, so I had to put a heli-coil in. It was not that big of a deal, I think. It's holding up just fine. I rode that KTM for 3 years straight. No issues changing oil. But this is the method that I use. I don't know if you actually have to sit and wait for the Loctite to cure. That's just my personal preference. Maybe you do have to do it. I don't know. That's just how I'm up. With that being said, now maybe I can get to assembling the bike after I go ahead and I scrape all this grease and muck off this thing. Or, a little sneak preview, did this a little while back, get the wheels all apart. I do have a video down the pipeline of that. I'm gonna paint these. So it'll either be assembly or a video on the wheels. Not sure yet. We'll see. Kind of excited to start assembling the bike though, so that might be coming out next. If you're enjoying this, if you find this helpful, anything, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.